What's going on, everybody? Today on Bucket List Gear, we are having a look at the mighty PRS Custom 24. If you follow the channel, you know that I absolutely love PRS guitars. My favorite guitar that I own is my SC245, and that is perfect for what I do 95% of the time, which is play heavy riffs in drop C and, play widdly guitar solos. That guitar is absolutely amazing at doing that. But if I have to do a gig or a session where I need a variety of tones, I'm going to grab a Custom 24. I actually own two of them. This is a 10-top with the 5-way switch from 2002. And this one here, which was the first PRS I ever got, is a 2002, but it's got the MCCARTY style electronics on it, and it's in blue. And it's not a 10-top, but whatever about the 10-top, they both sound fantastic. We'll hear this one at the end of the video. But one thing that I love about this is obviously sort of Paul's mission statement when he designed this guitar was to combine the best of Fender and the best of Gibson with kind of none of the things that kind of are inherently flawed in those guitars. Like there's locking tuners, there's a really nice headstock angle, there's straight string pull over the nut, so you've got tuning stability. The trem sits on 6 knife edges so that it basically stays stable, and with the nut and the locking machine heads, you can abuse this thing and it actually stays in tune, which is pretty fantastic. And then you've got on this particular guitar, the rotary 5-way switch. I've put a metal knurled knob on there so it doesn't slip as much. I think that was probably the only design flaw with that guitar, was that they ship with these speed knobs, and when it gets slippery and you're trying to use that rotary, it's really hard to get it. But with the metal knurled knob, that's a game changer. It actually makes it really, really straightforward. And I'm really used to playing this guitar now. I know they make them with just a sort of traditional Strat 5-way, and you've got the ability to have a bridge humbucker mode and a neck humbucker mode at the extremes. In the middle, I believe, is a combination of coils in series, and then you've kind of got position 2 and position 4 are parallel modes between these two. I'll give you a quick demo of that with a cleanish kind of sound. It's actually not going to be that clean on the humbuckers because it's going to break up a bit, but on the parallel mode, it's going to be really nice and chimey. Another thing I like about this particular guitar is the taper on the tone control is really usable. These parallel modes can be super bright, and you can use that to tame them. I've done a lot of gigs where I basically just sit on, say, this position, I call it position 2, bridge humbucker, 1 click back, and I will just roll the tone control down on that for a kind of spanky clean sound. And if I want to play a guitar solo, I would just click over to the bridge humbucker. Wind the tone control up in that case, and I've got my kind of slightly more distorted bridge pickup sound. It's amazing with high gain amps as well. Just this bridge humbucker sounds fantastic, and those split modes are really cool if you kind of want to do a little bit more of a modern djenty thing. On top of all of that, the neck is pretty slim and it's just super fast. This is a guitar that is really effortless to play live, which I like. It kind of takes the thinking out of it, and you can just sort of get on with it and play. You also notice I magically changed my tuning there. The magic of YouTube. One thing that you could probably criticize these guitars for is because they're trying to hit that Fender spot and hit that Gibson spot, that they never really go like all the way in. They never get balls deep with those kind of sounds, and it can be a guitar that you can either look at it as something that's super versatile that gets the job done, or you can look at it as something that's maybe a little bit too polite. So if I was tracking really heavy riffs in drop C, I would probably go with my single cut instead of this guitar, just because I think it has way more of that rude character, whereas this one doesn't quite get there. But then the single cut is nowhere near as versatile as this guitar, and it sort of can't do those in-between sounds that this one does so well. So yeah, if you've never played a PRS Custom 24, I think you really owe it to yourself. In many ways, it's kind of the modern standard when it comes to, you know, high-end guitar building. And if you do get a chance to try one out in a shop, or try one out at a buddy's house, or to own one, do it, because they are stellar instruments. Let's have a listen to my blue Custom 24. This one sounds completely different to this one. It's got a very different character going on.